3, 2, 1, go!
Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and today the Olivine Or find themselves in the strange position of being in 4th place on the leaderboard as they host the Sir Chester Frost. The Frost are starting out with Mamoswine and Vanilla, Bishop and Aegislash starting out for the Olivine Or. The Sir Chester Frost really need to get their season going as they have very short time until we hit the championship trials. That snow warning from Vanillux is going to create the hail over the field, as well as Mamoswine immediately going for the bite on the Aegislash, and it's super effective, does really good damage on the Aegislash, especially whilst it's in its shield form. Bishop going for the liquidation here onto Mamoswine. This will be super effective on the park ground type, as the role play now from Aegislash does fail, and Bishop and Aegislash both get hit by the hail, but as I said, they find themselves in the strange position of being in 4th place. They're usually in 1st place on the leaderboard, as Vanillux now going for the defense kill is going to give itself a defensive boost. Sir Chester Frost currently sitting in 15th. They've only won 3 games this season. They desperately need a victory here today. As Bishop goes for the round, connecting with Vanillux there. And now Aegislash is going to go with its stance change and switch into its blade form, switching its defensive and offensive stats around it, and immediately goes for the Water Shuriken onto Mamoswine. This multi-hit move is only going to need to connect twice to take out the ground. The Ice type Aegislash clearly not happy being bitten earlier on in this matchup, as both Bishop and Aegislash continue to be buffeted by that hail. And now out onto the field comes Avalugg, as Vanillux immediately goes for the brine onto Aegislash and gets a huge elimination for the Ice types, taking out that blade form, as Bishop responds with its own water type move, going with the bubble beam onto the double scoop here. Avalugg with the Poison Sting won't affect the Steel type Pokemon. They are immune to Poison type attacks. And now out comes Copperajah, also in its shiny form, as are all Steel type Pokemon in the PokeType League. Vanillux, though, with the sunny day, is going to get rid of the hail over the field and create a harsh sunlight. Hopefully we don't see these Ice types begin to melt right in front of us. That would be unfortunate, but Bishop now going with the revenge, super effective there onto Avalugg. Surely would have done more damage if Avalugg had actually done something to Bishop, but the Magic Room here creates the bizarre area, as Avalugg, though, with the splash, nothing is going to happen here. Vanillux, though, with the Dragon Dance is going to give a boost here to its special attack, its attack stat, as well as its speed, not that special attack. Although Vanillux does have that base 110 special attack, which is very impressive. The Scald there doing very little damage to Vanillux, as a Fairy Lock from Copperajah makes it so nobody will be able to run away during the next turn. And now Avalugg goes for the Sludge Wave. Won't hit either Steel types, but it is going to hit Vanillux. Avalugg doing damage to its own teammate, and Vanillux is going to respond with the Syrian Shot. This does damage to everybody, and it takes out Avalugg, its own teammate, but it's also going to take out Bishop, so it is still a level playing field here. It is 4v4 now instead of 5v5, and Copperajah with the Power Trick, switching its attack and defense stats. But that was a very crazy play by Vanillux. We'll see if it pays off, as Escavalier comes out for the Olivine Or, and Cryogonal comes out for the Sir Chester Frost. That Steel Roller does fail, as Cryogonal with the Imprison. This is fantastic. This will prevent the Steel types from going for any attacks, so they are going to struggle in the coming turns unless they can get Cryogonal off the field. And Vanillux now creating an uproar, going for Escavalier. Not very effective, but this is continuously going to be offensive in the coming turns, as the confusion onto Escavalier from Cryogonal also not very effective, and Copperajah does go for the struggle and goes for Vanillux. Again, they need to get Cryogonal off the field, but Copperajah is eliminated due to the recoil damage. The Sir Chester Frost have got the advantage on the field right now. This is insane to see. That struggle from Escavalier also going to Vanillux. Vanillux can surely only take one more of those, as the harsh sunlight does fade over the field now, and the Magic Room wears off as well, but Vanillux continues to make that uproar, and Excadrill comes out for the Olivine Or. It has that Mold Breaker ability, but that doesn't matter. They need to get Cryogonal off this field. Vanillux continues to make this uproar, going for Escavalier here. Still not very effective, and the Sludge won't affect Escavalier from Cryogonal, as Excadrill goes for its first struggle. This will take Vanillux out with a critical hit as well. I don't think it needed to be critical though. Vanillux is eliminated. Excadrill will get the recoil damage, however, and now Escavalier is able to go for Cryogonal, and this is what they need to do. Get Cryogonal off this field. Escavalier has one more move left in it, and Lapras now comes out. It is still a 3 versus 3 battle, so the level playing field. But the Eerie Impulse takes a Scavalier out, immediately putting the Searchester Frost back in front, thanks to Cryogonal, who has set this side up perfectly with that Imprison, and Excadrill with a huge struggle. Critical hit. Cryogonal holds on though, which is very important. It will keep that struggle going. As Lapras with the guard split does share its guard with Excadrill here, and Klinklang comes out as the last Pokemon for the Olivine. The Olivine only got 2 left to the Searchester Frost 3, and Cryogonal immediately goes for the tackle onto Klinklang. Not very effective, but Klinklang now goes for its struggle and goes for Lapras. That is not what it needs. It does get the recoil damage. Excadrill now with the opportunity does connect with Cryogonal, and they've broken the imprisonment and eliminated Cryogonal. The Olivine are still in this. It is a 2v2 matchup, and Lapras goes for the Poison Fang, which won't affect Klinklang. Waste of a move, and the Evolution Glaceon is the last one for the Frost, as Klinklang immediately with the Seismic Toss onto Lapras. Very little damage there, as Excadrill follows it up with the Clanging Scales, hitting both Ice-type Pokemon. This is still anybody's game. I cannot believe the Searchester Frost are holding their own. Glaceon with the Gyro Ball onto Excadrill. Not very effective, doing very little damage, and Lapras with the Tail Whip. This will lower the defenses of the Steel-type Excadrill here. See if it can be capitalized on, but Klinklang with the Accelerock onto Lapras, super effective. Lapras though still in this, and Excadrill going with the Confide in Lapras. This is going to lower Lapras' special attack here. Glaceon though with a Blaze Kick, this will be super effective onto Klinklang. Klinklang holds on though, critical hit even. Klinklang though still in it, but is left with the burn. Lapras now with the Aromatic Mist. This is going to give a boost to Glaceon here to its special defense. Klinklang though does hold on after the burn, but barely, and goes for the Scary Face. This is going to lower the speed of its target, and that target is Lapras. It doesn't matter. Steel types have the speed advantage, and Excadrill with the hold back onto Lapras, and Lapras holds on. Glaceon with the Psychic is going to finish what it started and gets the elimination onto Klinklang. Excadrill is all by itself. It has the speed advantage, as Lapras though is going to go for the Metal Burst. It's going to try to finish it here, and it does. What has happened? The Searchester Frost have come to Olivine, and they have defeated the Ore. This is unbelievable. The Ore, for the first time since round 5, will not finish the round on top of the leaderboard. They are in 4th place. The Searchester Frost have moved themselves up to 13th, and that is huge. We'll see if they can do that again next round, when they have to face the 2nd place Pony Canyon Fissure, whereas the Jubilee Phantom will be facing the Olivine Ore next round. But our very next matchup will be the Pewter Stones taking on the New Morphle Devils, both these sides with 5 wins each this season. But I cannot believe what we just saw, Nidorinas and Nidorinos. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.